I encountered many guards and soldiers during my time in Guantanamo, as all of the prisoners did. Some I'd rather not remember, and some I cherish their acts of kindness until this day.
أخي صبرا على ألم الفراق.
One of these soldiers was Albert, or Al as I knew him. His accent reminded me of the gangster movies from Hollywood, but he was nothing of the kind. He would try and bring a smile to my face when I was down. In solitary confinement, we would often talk about politics, faith, history, and family. Sometimes he'd sneak in a DVD player and show me a film. That's how I first ever saw the film Snatch, and I laughed all the way through it alongside Al. All of this could have got him in big trouble. He wasn't a Muslim, but he respected Islam and he wanted to learn the Quran. And he wanted to learn about Islam too. Amazingly, when I was feeling low in faith, he would also encourage me to pray and hold on to Islam. We'd often talk about visiting each other once we were free. Sadly, America is not ready to welcome former Guantanamo prisoners onto its soil, even if Albert is. But America isn't my teacher. Albert came to Britain several years ago. My son and I went to collect him at the station, and it was surreal. We walked the streets of the so-called no-go zones in Birmingham in the heart of the Muslim community together. At restaurants, we'd find people had paid our bills because Albert was my guest before we even got to pay the bill. Albert wanted to buy Pakistani national dress, shalwar qameez, so I took him to the Islamic store to get one. He came to the local screening of my film, The Confession, and when people saw him embrace me at the end, they all stood up and began to clap, and some cried. Albert met with my father later, may Allah have mercy upon him, who was too ill to attend. That night, my wife cooked for Albert and me. It was hard to believe that this man who'd once held the keys of my cell in isolation while I was a guest in Guantanamo was now a guest in my house. Before he went to sleep that night, I told him, Albert, you are most welcome here, but this night I have the keys. Allah's beautiful words came to mind. Idfa billati hi ahsan, fa idha alladhi baynaka wa baynahu adawatun ka'annahu waliyyun hamim. Respond by that which is the best, and thereupon the one whom has enmity with you has become like a devoted friend.
أخي صبرا على ألم الفراق.